Come back. Today we are going to talk about GEF for GDB. So you can go to this GitHub repo, huxi/GEF. Now we looked at PondDBG some time back, right? But as you can understand, PondDBG is not so easy to install on a remote system if you have to do a debugging on the remote system. Now the good thing with GEF is it's a single file installation. So all you need to do is copy the GEF file into any folder, and then in GDB init you can just add a source for it and you are done. There is nothing else required. It's not like PondDBG which has a wrapper and then it calls GDB using your GDB init, nothing like that, right? So I have already executed the command for installing it, so I'm going to quickly show you how it looks like. Ignore the PEDA one, this is commented out, but you can see that it is doing a source on GEF 2025.01.py, and this is actually done by using this command. I have used this to install my GEF on this system. Now, before we go into anything else, let's look at a quick GEF features. It's a single GDB script, as I showed you. This is a single py script, which is what you can copy into any system and just source it in GDB init and you are done. Now, it is entirely in architecture agnostic, no dependencies, fast limiting the number of dependencies and optimizing code, provides a great variety of commands, easily extensible, full Python 3 support, built around an architecture abstraction layer, suited for layer life debugging, and a lot more commands contributed by community available in GEF Extras. We will look at GEF Extras probably, but you can also try it online. So there is a demo page. I don't know why it is asking for authorization. Oh, it is GEF demo. Okay, I didn't see that. So we can say GEF demo. Yeah, so it starts a GEF installation where you can basically try GEF, right? And play around with it. It will show you all the help commands if you just type GEF help, and so on and so forth. So if you just want to try it without even installing it, you can do that as well. But let's go into first the features of GEF. So this is the GEF homepage, and we will go to okay. So this is GEF Extras. This is what allows you to add a few more features to it, and we will look into this in a moment. But let me first go back here and go to documentation. Okay, so we can actually go to commands and see that there are a lot of commands that are supported. So for example, if we just do GDB here and we do alias this, ls. So as you can see, there are few aliases which are already defined by GEF, and you can use those, or you can add your own alias by doing aliases add or aliases rm, and you can also do aliases ls to list all the aliases. And then you can also do all these things in gef.rc file. There are examples of how you can bring some PEDA and WinDBG flavors to GEF and continue using that, right? So PEDA I am going to not cover because PEDA is a very old project and has not been updated for a long time, as far as I know. If I am wrong, please let me know in comments and I'll be happy to cover it. But there are a lot of commands that are present in GEF. GEF and PED are equivalent. So there is a canary command, checksec command, which is very useful because it can show you NX support, PI support, R path, run path, and so on and so forth, right? Which is what you want to know before you write a binary exploit. Or you can do a elf info, which will show you information about the elf file that you are using. And there are a lot of commands that you can use here, and you also have a theme command which you can use to change the theme of the GEF installation. The other thing is that we should look at is the functions. It doesn't have a lot of function, but there are still 5-6 functions that you can use, and you can try to see how they work. For example, if you want to find the GOT address or from running binary, you can always use this. You can look at heap, you can look at stack, and so on and so forth. Then there is a GEF extras project, as I was saying, and this is the GEF extras project. The installation is simply again just a simple wget script which is run through sh. By the way, if you do not trust the project, then do not run a command like this. I am running it in a VM where I have already taken a backup of it, and I have installed GEF multiple times in the past. So I know what it is doing, hence I am running this. But be careful about running scripts from internet. They could cause harm to your system. Okay, so I was talking about GEF extras. Yeah, so you can install it with a single bash command line, or you can download GEF extras and again add it as source. And there are a lot of other features that it has, or rather the commands that it can add. For example, it adds a command for assembly, which is assemble, then exploit template. You can just say scale local or scale remote equals target port, and it will generate a pawn tools script, which is just a template. You can do a function tracing. You can check whether the next instruction is a syscall or not, and so on and so forth, right? So you can also visualize heap, which will show you something like this. So there are a lot of things that you can do with GEF, similar to Pond DBG. It's just a matter of choice which one you want to use. Generally, I prefer GEF because it is a single file installation and there is not much that you need to do for installing GEF. So that's all for today. Thank you.